Hey guys, sorry for no pictures in this video. My screen capture didn't work and I don't really know how to fix it at this moment. And while editing it, I really didn't want to just pull pictures from the internet. So this is more of a listen instead of a watch. Again, sorry, I will have pictures and videos and stuff later. So yeah, sorry about that guys, and just enjoy the video. What if Harley Quinn killed the Joker in Arkham City? Now, this is a strange what if, because truthfully, at least in the Arkham series, this would never happen. But not in the DC universe. Now, I'm not talking about the series of terrible Zack Snyder films or any of the other Arkham games. I'm talking about just in general. In the comics universe, technically she has and could kill the Joker. Hell, she's even taken on a life of her own and actually may even outshadow him at one point. But that's not what we're here to talk about. We need to find a way to make Harley want to kill the Joker. Now, I see two ways. One is she just snaps. Harleen Quinzel breaks through the barrier of insanity and she comes back and she realizes the only way to stop the Joker's rampage is to kill him. But that's kind of boring. So instead, we're actually going to go off of an Easter egg from Batman Arkham City. Basically, if you go to a certain area in Arkham City, which I can't remember where it is, but there's going to be footage, so basically, if you go there and look around, there's a bunch of pregnancy tests, and all of them are negative, except for one. One is positive, which indicates that Harley is pregnant. This never comes up again, and it's just a small Easter egg. In Arkham Asylum, she doesn't show signs of being pregnant. So that means between Arkham City, possibly between Arkham City and Arkham Asylum, Arkham Knight, that she lost the baby. Or maybe she sold it or gave it up for adoption. But I feel like it would drive her crazier if she lost the baby. So we're going to say one change here. Harley sees that she's pregnant. She's excited. She's about to go tell Joker when suddenly she stops. Her hands begin shaking. She looks down. All of the torture that she's been put through for the past year comes flooding back into her head. Tears run down her face as she realizes what she's been doing. She is confronted with the reality of her crimes. She's not doing this for love. She's doing it because she loves him, but he uses her as a tool, a means of escape, a means of a distraction. It almost makes you think, did he only use her this whole time just to divert Batman? Harley drops the pregnancy test. Harleen Quinzel breaks through. Finally, for years, she breaks in. Kill the Joker. If you're wondering why this seems a little familiar, then you've probably seen Batman Death in the Family, at least the segment where Jason Todd, spoiler alert, kills the Joker. Except now it's different. It's a little different, but that's what I would have this scene as. I would also have it told in a flashback, but that's not important. So pretty obviously, the first game would stay the same. Maybe Joker is a little more harsh to Harley, causing her to kind of lose it. So Arkham City is complete, and everything goes the same until the end. Harley kidnaps Batman. Batman wakes up. Everything with Catwoman goes the same. All the way up to this point. Batman wakes up and he's hooked to the IV. Everything is the same. When suddenly, when Joker is giving his speech about Gotham, suddenly the sound of a shotgun cocking is heard. Joker turns around. Blast! He's sent flying out a window. He lands in the exact same position that Batman did. He's in severe pain, and he tries to look at his stomach while coughing up blood. Bullet holes are all over him, all over his stomach. He looks up as glass rains down, cutting him. He frowns. Harley steps out and looks down the window. She cocks the gun again and is ready to shoot, but Batman manages to stop her. No, it's not worth it. Or something along those lines. I'm sure he probably actually wouldn't say anything other than no. Joker is bleeding. He's not happy. This is not the death he wanted. Remember, Joker's overall goal was to get Batman to kill him, just to snap. And that's kind of why he wins at the end of Arkum City. He got Batman to kill him. It's all he ever wanted. Harley would look at Batman, cut the ropes, then walk away. Why? Batman asks. Harley turns around. She throws Batman the pregnancy test. Batman looks at it. And he looks at her. Harley. It's Harleen, she says before leaving. Batman looks over and out the window. Joker is bleeding. He's grabbing at his stomach. When Batman jumps down, he uses his detective vision to see how bad the wound is, and if there's any way of saving Joker. But with his illness and his, current predicament, falling out a window and getting shot isn't exactly healthy for you. There's nothing Batman can do. The scene looks very similar to when Joker was in the movie theater. He coughs up blood. And he begins to smile, saying, "Now Gotham will fall with me, and it's all your fault. You could have stopped her at any time. You could have killed her, or even me." That's pretty funny. Joker drops his head back and dies. At this point, I would say that Joker explained enough for Batman to realize what he needed to do. Remember, this is still at the point where basically Harley was just letting Joker explain everything, the cure, maybe even so that Batman could get cured, then just shot him. Harley is now a little sad, but she's overall kind of numb to the pain at this point. She throws a grenade inside the building and walks away. The explosion causes a ripple effect. Chemicals, gasoline, whatever you want. It explodes. Batman escapes, of course he does because he's Batman, and quickly flies and gets to Mr. Freeze the same way. He gets to Mr. Freeze the same way because I don't really think Joker's death would make any difference about that. Penguin would still have Mr. Freeze. But now we're going to jump ahead a bit. Hugo Strange would still die. Pretty much every scenario with Joker and Harley Quinn is cut out at this point. But for the sake of time, let's just say Batman gets the cure. And at this point, he's fine. Protocol 10 still would come into play here. And Clayface would be out as a fake Joker. And I feel like if Clayface was outed, he wouldn't die. He would go into hiding, which would not be that hard. But at the same time, I also don't think Batman would really be concerned with him. Wait till, like, Batman Arkham Knight to deal with that. Batman is pretty much... he's angry, but he's not too angry. He's kind of in a gray area. He doesn't know what to do. Basically, all of these events would lead him to finally taking down Hugo Strange. And Protocol 10, I guess it would still happen. That really didn't have anything on Joker. I mean, hell, he even says that didn't... I don't know. And Batman basically would go through all the events of Arkham City, except now Talia al Ghul is still alive. And frankly, Batman, of course, Batman would know where the League of Shadows are, but Batman would not be too concerned with where she is. And frankly, he wouldn't even go with her, or even talk to her at all, really. So the whole thing with Ra's al Ghul wouldn't happen. Wait for Season of Infamy. So yeah, that's Arkham City. So let's move on to Arkham Knight. A lot more time has passed since Joker has been killed. The city has been quiet. And I'm going to say, yeah, the same events happen. Everything goes the same, with Scarecrow poisoning the diner, Officer whatever gets attacked, and the diner goes crazy. Now, however, Batman is more feared, since criminals believe, holy crap, he finally did it. He killed the Joker. That's the rumor being spread around. Side note, Harley's story from Arkham may still happen. I don't know if it would. Honestly, I don't think it would. Here's why. One, Harley would no longer lose the baby because of all the stress from trying to keep it a secret from Joker, and probably the fact that she's stressed out enough that she would lose the baby, but now she doesn't. She gives birth to the baby, and she wants that baby to have a different life. Honestly, I feel like it would be pretty similar to Curse of the White Knight, with Joker now dead instead of just going back to being crazy. And I would say, at this point, she would probably go and hook up with Poison Ivy. If they are a couple in this, it doesn't really say they are, but her story in Arkham Knight is pretty much, yeah, I'm going to go save Poison Ivy, but we're going to say that they hook up. Now, Scarecrow would actually still... He would say he's not scared of Batman, but he is. He's terrified of Batman. And that is actually where his weakness comes into play. If Harley killed Joker, I honestly think Scarecrow would get sloppy, because now he thinks he's going to die. Batman would basically find Scarecrow immediately. Honestly, I would think that the cloudburst wouldn't go off. I feel like Batman would get to the cloudburst, but now he's not afraid of the Joker. Because one of the main reasons that Batman had those visions of the Joker was he was afraid that he was turning into the Joker because he killed him. But now that didn't happen, he doesn't really have that fear. Batman would beat the crap out of Crane and stick him with his own fear toxin. And, well, that would be it, right? No. What about the Arkham Knight? I feel like once Scarecrow goes down, the militia would soon follow. Batman, Nightwing, and maybe even Catwoman and Poison Ivy, if Batman could convince her, would then take down the rest of the militia. Batman would do the same events. He would capture Langstrom, capture the Pigman, capture Enigma. All this stuff would go, all the side missions would go the same. Sort of. Now they're in sort of a different format. Azrael's mission wouldn't really matter anymore. Batman wouldn't need an heir because he's not going to die. So Azrael is training for when Batman will die, which isn't soon. So Batman most likely would take Azrael under his wing along with Tim. Barbara would also never be captured, and personally, I think that the worst case scenario is that the Arkham Knight does something. But I feel like at the same time, Batman, now with his friends, aka Nightwing and Robin, would somehow, and now Azrael, in fact, would somehow deduce that it's Jason Todd, he's alive, he was resurrected, he wasn't even technically killed in this version, he just got shot by Joker, and now the fact that criminals are now scared of Batman, it would be pretty calm. It wouldn't be Justice Lords calm or Injustice Gods Among Us Superman level calm. It would be more, once crime happens, not many criminals will be out there. There's a good portion of crime would drop. Batman would still have a job, though. And I say, taking out the Arkham Knight, yeah, I would say that Batman finds out who Jason Todd is. Would he turn him back or turn him into Red Hood? Maybe. I feel like he would, though, because Jason was kind of like moldable at that point. He was still being like configured. He wasn't. He took the shape of a supervillain, but he really wasn't, because he knew what Crane was doing was bad, but he was still broken because he was meant to believe that Batman abandoned him, which he didn't, and Joker was lying, and Batman thought he was dead. So that's what I think would happen if Joker died. There is one more part, though, with Season of Infamy. Personally, I think it would just go the canon ending and Batman would kill Ra's al Ghul. But this time, instead of Tana being the target of Ra's al Ghul, it would actually be Talia, Batman's old lover. You could also say that that Damian Wayne would be born, but that's all later. So that's basically what I think would happen if Joker died, if Harley killed Joker. If you're wondering, by the way, where Harley would be, she most likely would have settled down with Poison Ivy somewhere, maybe some tropic area, and raised the child with her. As, well, it's pretty obvious if you watch the Harley Quinn show what I'm talking about, but if you also read the comics, you'll also know what I'm talking about. So, yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching. This was actually a lot of fun. Let me know if you guys want me to do more of these. This was just kind of me ranting about what I think would happen, and I want to do more of these. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.